Thank you again, everyone, for joining us for our first virtual Aerospace Day at the Capitol. So as you know, many of you who have attended, we usually flood the first floor of the Capitol building with exhibit booths, and everyone gets to share all the cool things that they're working on. But unfortunately, we can't do that this year. So instead, we're going to do an exhibitor showcase this afternoon where we'll be showing a slide or two and possibly a video of each of the exhibitors' companies that are listed next to me. And we'll just go one at a time in alphabetical order. And it'll be like we're walking around and going booth to booth and talking to folks about what they're working on and their companies. So really excited to give this a try. And I think it'll be really great to be able to hear from everyone one at a time, and then we'll do some questions as we go. And feel free to throw your questions in the chat. We have an open chat format this time, just in case you want to follow up with the presenter of a certain company. So it'll just be an open chat. Jet's going to try to monitor the questions and answers, and then ping me if there's any questions that we need to jump in and ask.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So welcome again, and thanks for all who joined us this morning and this afternoon. My name is Christy Lee, and I'm with Lockheed Martin Government Relations, and I'm also the co-chair of the Colorado chapter of Citizens for Space Exploration, along with Stacy DeFore, who's my co-chair of the organization. And Citizens for Space puts on Aerospace Day at the Capitol every year, so we thank you all for joining us for this virtual event. I also just want to give a quick shout out to Lisa Gregg, who's working behind the scenes today, getting everyone admitted and all the exhibitor slides together. And thank you for all your work on this as well, Lisa. And Lisa works with me in government relations at Lockheed Martin Space as well. And then I'd like to just thank our sponsors. We really appreciate your continued support throughout all of this, and especially with the virtual platform as we try this out. So Lockheed Martin and AIAA Rocky Mountain section are our platinum sponsors, and then our gold sponsors are Ball Aerospace, Holland and Hart, Red Canyon Engineering and Software, and United Launch Alliance. So thank you all for your sponsorship. And then just want to give a quick shout out. And for those of you that were on the Aerospace and Defense Caucus earlier, we heard from all of our co-chairs who partner with us on this event. So thank you to the Colorado Space Business Roundtable, the Colorado Space Coalition, Citizens for Space, the Office of Economic Development and International Trade, the Colorado Business Roundtable, and Manufacturers Edge. And of course, Citizens, CSBR, and CSC make up our Colorado chapter of Aerospace States Association. So thank you to our co-hosts, thank you to our sponsors. We couldn't do this without you, and we really appreciate your continued support. So now I think we will roll right into the exhibitor showcase. So again, Lisa has all the exhibitor slides and videos, and we're just gonna go in alphabetical order and call on your company and your name. And we'll just have you jump on and give us a little background about your company. And our first exhibitor virtual booth is Deborah Wilcox, the CEO of the 3D printing store. Deborah, I'll turn it to you.
Thank you, Christy. We're very pleased to be here today, and we do consider ourselves part of the supply chain for the aerospace industry here in Colorado. And I say that with great authority and with great enthusiasm because it truly is a network in Colorado. And we all know that, all of us that work in this area, we know that we talk to people from large companies, small companies, new companies, and we're all part of this same story. So we do and make parts for different elements of the industry, and we have new and exciting materials that continue to evolve and become more valuable to the supply chain and to our partners. And we look forward to working with all of you. We are able to do all the design work, we're able to do the printing and some of the optimization. So we see ourselves as part of the supply chain, working with other suppliers, other companies, and helping make Colorado aerospace industry a valuable part of our economy and keep people interested in it. We're also very active in education and keeping students interested in this. And because I consider what I have an entry point that students are very interested in, we're able to bring them in And I know that there is a video I hope you'll all get to see with some of our satellite interns from La Junta, and they've really gotten themselves involved with aerospace in a very meaningful way to them. And I think it's valuable to see that we can do this. So whoever said, hey, reach out to us in agriculture, yes, we can do that. And yes, we have students in rural areas that are interested in aerospace, and we continue to be involved in building that pipeline of students and people that are interested in aerospace across the state of Colorado. So thank you to everyone, the sponsors, for making this event available. Thank you to our policymakers who support this, the caucus members who spoke earlier. It's exciting. It's exciting to be part of this. So I'll turn it back to you, Christy.
And I believe we have a video to show of yours, Deborah, of some students. So I'll play that now.
Thank you.
We're Tiger Trades Academy in La Junta. We were participants in the 2020 Aerospace Day at the Capitol. We're here to update you with our current work.
Hello, I am Brendan. This is Jonathan. This is Juanito. Last year, we attended the Denver Aerospace community get-together. And ever since then, we've worked heavily with Deborah Wilcox and 3DPS. And since then, she sent us 3D printers, which we did not have a computer for. So me, Jonathan, and Juanito, we have built this computer we see as you see in front of you. And so we're going to use that computer for simulation development, like for putting pipes together, electricians work, and also a plane simulator, a flying plane simulator, so like we can fly planes inside of it that we can sell like based off like Microsoft.
Hi, I'm Andrea, and I've been branding for Deborah, and I branded for York. Space stations. Dirk Bellinger. Hi, my name's Shantae, and I've been helping Spencer with the York branding offers. So our branding efforts with York are still ongoing, and it's proprietary.
Well, my name's Lance Elliott,
And we went to the Space York system together
last year, and today we're working together to make traditional and digital art to get new ideas.
Thank you, Christy. For all of us on this call, we know how valuable and how much fun and how really exciting it is to participate in Aerospace Day at the Capitol. For these students, it was life-changing. So let's remember that, and let's all do our part to outreach to our entire population of students in the state of Colorado.
Yes, thank you so much, Deborah. And thank you for all that you do with our ambassadors with the CSBR internship and students all over the state. Appreciate all that you do. So next we have on our list is advanced space. If we have, oh, pulling up the slides now, I think. Yep, I can see it now, Lisa.
Do you want me to go ahead and get started?
Yep, go ahead, Bob.
Okay, thank you. Christy, I appreciate it, and everyone else. Lisa, thank you for being quick on your feet. Everyone else can figure out what that means later. Advanced Space is super happy to be here today at Aerospace Day at the Capitol. Last year's event was one of the final events before the clouds kind of came in, and it's been cloudy ever since, but we've been working hard behind the scenes and are really happy that this event is happening again this year, even though it's virtual. What Advanced Space does, Advanced Space basically exists to enable the sustainable exploration, development, and settlement of space. So we're working on some fairly far out there technologies that actually aren't that far away from being realized. We respect the past, as the slide says, and understand that fundamentals change, and I think we're part of those fundamentals. And our core business is delivering solutions that support and improve mission planning and operation goals. Next slide tells us what we do, which is basically flight dynamics, technology development, and rapid turnkey space missions. One of the key technologies on the next slide is that we're working on that has also been supported by the state of Colorado, as well as NASA and other entities, is our cislunar autonomous positioning system. So my engineer colleagues hate it when I say this, but for the general public, I always say, think of GPS except at the moon and without $100 billion investment. This CAPS system is designed to provide position information on and around the moon for spacecraft and rovers and stationary vehicles to support the exploration and utilization of lunar resources. On the next slide, I'm talking about a key technology demonstration that we will be flying later this year. It's a mission called Capstone, which is a small spacecraft that we will be sending to the moon later this year to fly in the near rectilinear halo orbit that the Lunar Gateway will fly in. Our spacecraft will be a precursor and the first man-made object to ever fly in that specific orbit. And we will also be testing one of the CAPS or a component of the CAPS technology on that mission to demonstrate that we can provide that position capability in cislunar space. And that mission is also a collaboration between us and NASA. And I have a short video, a short animation that shows what that mission is on the next slide. Now is when we cue the Jeopardy music.
I think it opens it in a different window. So
okay,
yeah,
no worries. I understand. I went through the talking part fast, and this is the end of what I have. But while we're waiting for this video to load, it depicts the launch and the transition of our spacecraft from Earth space to cislunar space, and some of the key milestones along the way. One of the core capabilities of advanced space is mission design, which we have done on a number of missions, including Mars missions and Venus missions. This mission is only to the moon, but requires some innovative practices in terms of designing the trajectory that the spacecraft will follow. So are we still waiting for play? I'll shut up as soon as it starts playing. Three, two, one. So that was a short video. I realize there's a lot of trajectory and some people's eyes may be rolling in the back of their head, but there's a lot of innovation in this mission. We're proud that it's being developed here in Colorado by Advanced Space, and we're proud to be part of the Colorado aerospace industry and proud to be part of Aerospace Day at the Capitol today. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Bob. We appreciate your support and your presentation. And just a reminder to everyone, we did open up the chat so you can chat with anyone. So feel free to reach out to the exhibitor presenters directly if you have specific questions about a company you just heard about. And then we'll also go into networking rooms after this. So another opportunity to chat with everyone. So next on our list is my co-chair of Citizens for Space and chair of AIAA Rocky Mountain section, Stacy DeFore.
Thanks, Christy. I think Lisa has 2 of our slides. But I'll just talk through till she gets those up. Earlier today, we talked a little bit about the structure of AIAA, and in the spirit of being collaborative, I'll yield some time back to the rest of the exhibitors, but I do want to focus on one of the events that's coming up, and that's on the next slide, Lisa. So for those of you who love to advocate for our industry, we have an Aerospace Advocacy Day coming up. That's the Congressional Visits Day. That is an annual event that AIAA National puts on every year. Our Rocky Mountain section chair is Joe Rice from Lockheed Martin Space. And with the help of Lisa Gregg and Marshall Lee, we've coordinated a number of office visits for our Rocky Mountain section. That section includes Montana, Colorado, Wyoming, and territories in Canada. And that day starts the week of March 15th, and there's still an opportunity to support the Congressional Visits Day. We can send you additional information, and I would ask that you go ahead and put your name in the chat if you'd like to have more information on what the day's events will entail, if you'd like to advocate for our aerospace industry. Go ahead and
wow, you're launching.
I was launching, obviously. Just go ahead and reach out to Joe Rice for more information. So his contact information is right there on the slide, and we'd love to have you support this year's Advocacy Day, Congressional Visits Day for AIAA. In addition, Marshall Lee will be in the breakout rooms as we break out into those sessions, and I'd encourage you to reach out to Marshall if you're interested in learning more about how to become a section member. Thanks.
Great. Thanks, Stacy. And just a reminder to everyone, this presentation we have up has a lot of videos in it, and so it takes a minute to click over. So apologies if there's a little delay. So next we have Astroscale, and I believe Dave is on to comment.
Hi, Christy. Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Hey, so hi, everyone. Happy Aerospace Day. Thanks for the opportunity to introduce Astroscale. We're a small company based here in Denver. We've got offices in DC, and we're also part of a global company with presence in Japan and Israel and the United Kingdom. We're the only company that's dedicated exclusively to doing on-orbit services across all orbits. And we're working really hard to develop and prove out our technology so that we can bring these capabilities to our customers in both the commercial and government worlds. I'm not going to read through the chart, but I'll just make a couple of highlights. So today we're building a spacecraft that we're going to launch in 2023 that will provide life extension services to spacecraft and GEO. What we'll do is we'll rendezvous and dock with a commercial telecom spacecraft and maintain its orbital position after it's exhausted its own supply of fuel. We'll be following that up in GEO with more spacecraft providing fleet management services to commercial operators. We're also building a spacecraft. We've just passed PDR in a public-private partnership with JAXA, the Japanese Space Agency, to rendezvous and inspect a tumbling rocket body. There'll be a follow-on mission to that to revisit that rocket body, rendezvous with it, and deorbit it. That'll also launch in 2023. Even closer, just 11 days out on March 20th, we're going to launch a mission we're calling LCD. This is a self-funded demonstration mission in LEO that'll prove out our rendezvous, our proximity ops, docking, orbital transport, and deorbit technologies, and we'll operate that from our own control center. And I'm also excited to say that we've just learned today we were named one of Fast Company's 10 most innovative space companies of 2021. So we're really excited to be part of building the on-orbit services ecosystem. We're excited to be doing it here in Denver. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, Dave, and thank you for participating this year. And hopefully next year we'll see you in person and have a table. Exciting things.
Here's to this being the last virtual one of these, right?
Yes, I can't wait. We also get fed the other way too, which is always nice. All right, well, thank you. And our next presenter is Andrew Neely with Alea. Did I say that right? I'm gonna let you say it.
It's Ayala, but very close. Hopefully my sound's coming through all right.
It is, yep.
Okay, fantastic. So yeah, my name's Andrew Neely. I'm a contract administrator with Ayala Engineering. I'm a former DoD contracting officer and awarded subcontracts out of Kennedy Space Center for a while before joining Ayala, and we've got a variety of engineering services targeted towards the aerospace industry that we would like to discuss with the other members here today. And I'm really looking forward to that conversation and really appreciate the opportunity to present here. So about Ayala, Ayala is a small disadvantaged business providing aerospace engineering services, doing both commercial and government. The services we're providing are design, analysis, integration, test support, and specialties in the aerophysics, mechanical systems, propulsion systems, structures, and thermal and fluid systems. What we're also bringing to the table here is our capacity to offer contract and project management services to kind of augment the engineering capabilities and also support other industries. This may be particularly relevant for those of you out there that might be considering potential subcontracting needs, or you're looking for teammates for proposal efforts, or perhaps you're just generally seeking opportunities that might include government funding. We have a lot of experience to bring to the table in that arena, and hopefully make that effort painless, or rather as painless as it can be. Ayala is currently a small disadvantaged business, but we're also anticipate having our hub zone 8A Colorado DBE and our DOT certs in the very near future, so we can hopefully satisfy any small business requirements that may be out there that you might be interested in. And my contact information is listed there at the bottom of the slide. And you're welcome, anybody here is welcome to contact me by phone or email if maybe you want some more information, or as a product of our conversations later on. I am going to yield the rest of any remaining time back to you guys, and just want to shoot a quick thank you to our host for the opportunity here.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew, and thank you for joining us. And we look forward to the networking piece where we can all have conversations together, and we'll put you all in some smaller groups. And then we'll shuffle every 15 minutes. So hopefully get a good array of people to talk to. So next we have Ball Aerospace, and I believe we have a video, and I'm not sure if Evan was able to join us. Evan, are you on?
Hi, yes, I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll just do a quick overview and then you feel free to shift over to the video. But so Ball Aerospace, we're very proud to be founded in Boulder more than 60 years ago and a longtime partner of NASA, NOAA, Department of Defense, and the intelligence community, providing a wide variety of civil and national security space and systems. And like I said, just a long-term, we're really proud to have partnered with our customers over the last 60 years. And with that, we'll just note 3 exciting missions we're particularly looking forward to this year: the James Webb Space Telescope launching later this year, the Landsat 9 mission also launching in the fall, and then NASA's Imaging X-ray Polarimetry Explorer small satellite astrophysics mission. So keep your eyes out for those, and then I'll just leave the rest said in the video. Thanks so much to our hosts. We're happy to participate again this year, and looking forward to next year where we can see everyone in person. Thank you.
From the farthest reaches of space to the most challenging places on Earth, from accurate weather forecasts to precise intelligence, from insightful observations of our planet and our atmosphere to real-time situational awareness, from ensuring those who protect our freedom can go forward bravely and return home safely, to providing a deeper understanding of our universe. From the transparent and collaborative spirit of our team, to the innovative reach of our customers' missions and solid partnerships that span decades. From the Big Bang to big data, from making space more affordable to turning information into actionable intelligence, to making our nation more secure. Ball Aerospace pioneers discoveries that enable our customers to perform beyond expectation, protect what matters most, and always help you go beyond.
Great, thank you, Evan. And we'll move into Boeing, who is next. And I believe we have a slide and a short video. I know Todd is on, if you want to say a few words, or if you'd like us just to go right into the video.
Hey, I'll just say thank you all for putting this on. It's a great day. It's been very informational. A lot of good content here, and amazing having all the leadership. And thank you, Christy and Lisa and Stacy, the team, for putting today together. I would encourage all on the topic of aerospace to get back on airplanes. They're safe to fly on. We've got a number of studies I could share with you to help everyone feel more comfortable getting on an airplane and going where you need to go and doing it safely. And so our Confident Traveler initiative is very important to us, and we're promoting that. And hopefully we'll all be getting back together and traveling again real soon. So thank you all for giving this opportunity to share a little bit about Boeing here in the exhibitor hall.
Thank you, Todd, and thank you for your kind words. Lisa, do we have the video next? Yep.
All second stage tanks now pressurized. 30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is eternal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, thank you, Todd and Boeing. And next we have the Colorado Air and Spaceport. And I believe that Dave Ruppel had a conflict, but I'm gonna see if he's on just in case. And if so, we just want to thank them for their support. They were a platinum sponsor last year, so you'll see them in our Aerospace Day video at the end that will show again and see what all the exciting things that they have going on over at the Colorado Air and Spaceport out by Front Range Airport. So it sounds like Dave's not on, so we'll move to the Colorado Division of Aeronautics. So we have Dave Ulane on the line.
Hi, Christy.
Hello, welcome.
Christy, thanks for having us. I appreciate it. Nice to be back again, and I'll echo what everybody else has said about seeing y'all in person sometime soon. But hopefully most folks are familiar with our Division of Aeronautics under the guidance of the Colorado Aeronautical Board. Our group works to support airports and aviation across Colorado as an important part of our state's multimodal transportation system. I'm also pleased to note that we've got two former aeronautical board members with us today. Deb Wilcox and Joe Rice both served on our aeronautical board, so always good to see them here. So rather than listen to me talk, we've got a fantastic video that talks about our mission and our vision for our division and how we do what we do, put together by Sean Sutterberg, our communications manager. So I'll turn it over to the video and let that speak for us. Thanks, Christy.
Vector 2, Rocky Mountain Metro, descend and maintain 10,000.
Colorado's aviation system provides much more than just a place for aircraft to take off and land. Our aviation system and its airports provide critical emergency access to our communities, big and small. And they're responsible for supporting thousands of jobs while generating billions of dollars in economic output. The Colorado Division of Aeronautics supports Colorado's multimodal transportation system by advancing a safe, efficient, and effective statewide air and space system through collaboration, investment, and advocacy. Following this mission means that we are committed to being a leading state government aviation organization, supporting Colorado's dynamic system of 74 public use airports and their users, as well as the next generation of aviation professionals through education and workforce development. And all of this is accomplished through a unique aviation fuel sales tax system, where nearly 2/3 of what is collected gets returned directly back to the airport where the fuel was sold. The remaining 1/3 of these tax collections go to support the Colorado Discretionary Aviation Grant Program and other various statewide aviation initiatives, all under the direction of the Colorado Aeronautical Board. This funding leverages millions of dollars in federal funding for capital airport improvement projects, and it supports many other critical and innovative statewide aviation initiatives. Colorado Division of Aeronautics is a dedicated team of professionals, passionate about aviation, striving to serve our constituents and devoted to support one of the best aviation systems in the country. We look forward to serving you. To learn more, visit colorado-aeronautics.org.
Thanks for the opportunity to show that, Christy. Really appreciate that.
Of course. Thanks for being here and thanks for your support. All right, moving on to Holland and Hart, who is our gold sponsor today. Unfortunately, they couldn't have anyone attend, but I'd ask everyone just take a quick look over this slide, and Sean Kennedy left his information at the bottom there. If anyone has questions for them or want to reach out, his contact information is on the slide, and I'm sure they'd be happy to get back with you. And next we have iSpace. I believe we have Kyle on to give us a little overview.
Hi, Christy.
Hello.
Thanks so much for having us. I'd really like to thank you and all the organizers for putting this together. It's really a pleasure to speak to everyone today. This is our first opportunity to speak to the community. So I just wanted to spend some time introducing iSpace, talking about what we're doing here. And I'll just start out about why specifically we're in Colorado. So Dave, that video that you just showed was one of the reasons. As you saw, we're just such a beautiful state and so proud to call this home. You know that Colorado itself is one of the aerospace capitals of the world, but not many people know that Colorado now is also the lunar lander capital of the world. There are more lunar landers being built in Colorado than anywhere else on the entire planet. And that's one of the specific reasons that we came here. So we were founded in 2010. We have about 112 employees globally in our 3 different offices. Our headquarters are in Tokyo, Japan. We have an office in Luxembourg and our newest office here in Denver. Essentially, our main service is to build the lunar lander, which we are building right here in Denver, Colorado. We provide a payload service, so we're delivering robotics and other scientific instruments to the moon. We also provide data for companies that are not necessarily in the space sector, but are trying to learn more about how they can enter the lunar ecosystem. And we provide a partnership service where we typically follow sort of like a NASCAR approach, where we put sponsors' logos and we make our mission sort of like a contest. We've raised close to $130 million. And one of our main focuses was to not just focus on typical venture capital. You can see on the bottom corner here, we have our financial investors, but we also have a lot of strategic investors. Some companies that you may be familiar with, like Japan Airlines or Suzuki, for example. But a lot of those companies there are over 100 years old, and all of them are looking for an entrance into the space market and specifically into the lunar market. So we try to build that bridge and try to give non-space companies this opportunity to learn more about our industry, how they can get involved, and potentially how they can make an impact. Next slide, please. So we have 3 missions that are coming up. Our first mission is going to be in 2022, so this is just around the corner. We're going to go to Lactus Submarine and we're going to deliver a commercial payload for a number of different countries. We actually have 5 different countries on our first mission. Our second mission is going to be the following year in 2023, and we are headed to the lunar South Pole. And on this mission, we're specifically going to deliver our own rover, which will be prospecting for lunar ice. And our third mission in 2024 is going to be to Rainer Gamma. And this is going to be a part of the NASA Eclipse. I think you guys are familiar with this. This is a procurement by NASA, a $2.4 billion program to send NASA payloads to the lunar surface, which we will be competing for. And we intend to deliver over 200 kilograms, potentially up to 500 kilograms of payload to the lunar surface. So we're really trying to increase the size of mass to the payload, to the lunar surface. We're basically building our Tundra, our large truck, to the lunar surface to provide more opportunities for different entities to get involved. Specifically, we're focused on ISRU, in situ resource utilization, and we're trying to enable this cislunar economy. So partnering up with Colorado School of Mines and other universities here is one of our main goals. I mentioned specifically this lander and that we're building it in Colorado because many of the people and many of the companies on this call, we will be procuring from you. So thank you so much for this opportunity to work closely with you. We are hiring quickly. So I moved here basically in September and started hiring rapidly. We have over 15 people at our office here in industry. So we're located in Rhino, basically a full suite of engineering team with over a dozen engineers. And I do want to mention that we didn't come to Colorado just to try to steal employees from other companies. Over 30% of our employees are coming from out of state. And we want to continue to do this. We want to continue to bring people from other states to Colorado to join this growing family. So again, thank you so much for this opportunity. I look forward to chatting with you more. And in the near future, as soon as we're allowed, we're going to host a party over here at our office. And so I'm looking forward to meeting you guys very soon. Thank you again.
Thank you. We're always looking forward to a party. So we appreciate it. Appreciate the invite and really cool stuff. So thank you for being here. And I think next might be myself. Yes. So I know a lot of you were on earlier today with the Aerospace and Defense Caucus when our director, Joe Rice, gave a quick overview of Lockheed Martin Space. So I'll be quick since we mentioned a lot of this. But as he mentioned, you know, one of the biggest questions we get is how to do business with Lockheed Martin, and Joe plugged into the chat a link to our supplier portal. So we really recommend that you go there, check it out, check out what we're looking for, and get registered on our supplier website. And then also Joe Rice's information is in the chat as well, and you can always reach out to me as well. So Lockheed Martin Space is headquartered here in Littleton, Colorado, just near Chatfield Reservoir. Corporate-wide, we have over about 11,000 employees in the state. And then our space portfolio is broken down into these categories that you see on this slide. So I'll just quickly go through and highlight some of the recent missions and programs that we're working on. So the commercial civil space, you've heard a lot about Artemis today. So the Artemis program that NASA is running is everything that has to do with the moon. The Orion spacecraft, Lockheed Martin is the prime contractor on that spacecraft, and we're building most of that here in Colorado. And that'll be the capsule that'll take our astronauts to the moon in the next few years. So really exciting human space exploration program. And we also do a lot of planetary missions. As Joe mentioned earlier, the Perseverance rover, we did the heat shield, and then really cool thing is Ingenuity is the little helicopter that'll come out of the belly of the rover and fly around on Mars. So this is the first time we've ever tried to fly on Mars. So it'll be really interesting to see how it works with the atmosphere there. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be happening soon. And that was built at Lockheed Martin as well. And then we do a lot of military satellites. So the space-based infrared that's operated out at Buckley. We have the military has their own weather satellites, navigation, communication satellites, and what falls under military space is also our GPS satellites. We're building the next generation of GPS satellites at our facility in Waterton, GPS 3, and that is brought to you courtesy of the United States Air Force. So that's why it's under the military. It is actually the Air Force is the customer on that program. And then we also do a number of classified programs out at our facility as well. So that's just the quick overview rundown again of some of the key initiatives we have going on, but there's a lot more. So please feel free to reach out to myself, Joe Rice. Stacy DeFore also just joined our Lockheed team. So if you have questions for her, she's working on the lunar mission side. So feel free to reach out to her as well with any questions. And, oh yes, I'm emceeing. So thank you, Christy. We will move on to next we have Carrie. I believe you're representing the National Defense Industrial Association. Carrie, are you on? Hello, Carrie. Nice to see you.
Hi, Christy. Long time no see. Hi, everybody. So I'm Carrie Palmatier. For those of you who don't know me, I have multiple hats, but in this particular role, I am here representing the Rocky Mountain chapter of the National Defense Industrial Association. I believe, I'm not sure we were able to connect in some of the other members, but if so, we've got, if not, then during the networking session, we also have Kelly Shelton, who's chair of our membership committee, and Tom Taylor, who's chair of our workforce development committee. You'll be able for other chats. Our NDIA has been very active in the state, and one of the things we're trying to do this year is actually expand our member, and that is what I will be spearheading, which is why we're also wanting to engage with the Aerospace Day. So our primary strengths are that we have great connections with our government leaders, and we've had great speakers from U.S. Spacecom and Air Force Space Command and at U.S. Space Force now, with including Mr. Robert Thomas last month, who talked to us about U.S. Space Command, and then other speakers have included General J.T. Thomas, Colonel Turnbull, Colonel White, Colonel Morrow, all the rest of them. And we provide a lot of white papers for them to help with any ideas that they want. We love networking with our other associations and even have a joint holiday party with our friends at AIAA. And our newest collaborator is the U.S. Space Force Association. This August, we're hoping to have an in-person event with both our annual ball to recognize the Hardinger Award winners and our Image Golf, which funds our STEM activities. So keep your fingers crossed, please. We even do tours. We did one recently with AIAA up at F.E. Warren, and NDIA, as you can see on the slide, we're organized with divisions and chapters. The Space Division has a lot of activities here, including the Space Warfighting Industry Forum, a Breakfast During Space Symposium, and other events. And so we often bring in some other speakers and other activities that have a national implication. One of our gems, and Lisa, is Tom able to speak, or am I better off just going through it? Okay, I'll just go. Workforce development is one of our top priorities, and we are extremely proud of these activities. Tom has built a great program in the Springs area where we support K-8, focus on the local schools, including on the bases at Peterson and Schriever. And he has 2 launches with Edge of Space missions through the schools. We support science fairs. We have interactive demonstrations with cool science. We provide STEM kits to schools and collaborate with the Challenger Center, the Space Foundation Discovery Center, museums, and other institutions for virtual tours and activities. Our efforts were actually recognized by the city of Colorado Springs in 2019 through a proclamation. And we look forward to expanding our efforts outside of the Colorado Springs area and into other parts of Colorado. Membership, have to talk about membership. You can join through either of the websites posted on our on the slide there, and I'll put them in the chat. But and we have individual memberships, which are really cheap. They're $40 a year. Strongly encourage everybody to join. We also have other special programs, including corporate programs where all of your employees can be covered. We have special small business corporate rates. I will note that active duty can join for free. So love to bring in some more members and increase some of the activities. And if you want to join, please, for the individual membership, just go onto the website at ndia.org. If you are a corporation and you want to discuss corporate membership, I encourage you to contact Kelly. Her information is there on the slide. We encourage you to attend, just come participate. If you want to join, great. And as always, because you can't not solicit, volunteers are welcome and encouraged, and trust me, I can always find work for volunteers. So if you're looking for something to get involved with, where you can engage with industry and government people across the state and have an active role, please reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to connect you with other board members or find some work for you. As I said, I'll post the information. Otherwise, everything is on the slide. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. And it looks like Kelly Shelton had plugged in the link for our folks to join. And then Marshall had said some kind words about the organization in the chat as well. So thank you so much for being here. And we'll move on to our next exhibitor. And I'll probably say this wrong, Ouroboros.
That's actually really close.
Oh, okay.
Nice work. My name is Nathan Bourgeois, and I'm with Ouroboros Fabrication in Lakewood, Colorado. We are a precision machining, welding, and metal fabrication services provider specializing in supporting the aerospace, space, and clean energy industries. We were founded in 2016 with a passion for excellence in manufacturing and an unyielding drive for continuous improvement. With a background in nuclear power plant welding and a passion for space exploration, I set out to build an organization dedicated to supplying hardware to the most demanding industries and to the most stringent standards. Our capabilities include 3, 4, and 5-axis CNC machining, as well as a host of AWS certified welding processes. We have supported organizations such as NASA and other industry leaders to develop cutting-edge manufacturing processes, flight hardware, and test equipment with 0 nonconformances to date. In addition to manufacturing services, we work closely with your engineers to facilitate design for manufacturing, which results in drastically reduced costs and lead times. We've also partnered with Ayala Engineering, who are now co-located in Lakewood, to provide turnkey solutions and lightning-fast product development. Can you go to the next slide for me? Our name Ouroboros pays homage to a symbol dating back to the 14th century BCE, which embodied the idea of eternal rebirth. We chose this image to represent our services because we're committed to the ideal that our services produce hardware that lasts. Any unlikely failure of a component due to manufacturing defect would immediately result in replacement, repair, or reimbursement at the customer's discretion. This guarantee is made possible by our unique approach to process management and vigilant attention to detail. Our horizontally integrated business structure ensures a holistic approach to project management, as well as reduced overhead. This translates to higher quality parts, shorter lead times, and lower costs for our customers. We are now finalizing our AS9100D certification with our Stage 2 audit scheduled for April, and we're looking forward to offering these compliances to our current and future partners. We're also pursuing ITAR, CMMC, and NADCAD qualifications for implementation by summer of 2021. We absolutely love manufacturing challenges, and we encourage you to bring us your designs that other suppliers may have deemed impossible or too costly to manufacture. Feel free to contact me directly with any inquiries. You can contact me at nate@ouroborosfab.com or my direct line, which is 720-990-9609. And our information will be posted in the chat. I appreciate all the support, and thank you, Christy.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for being here. Hopefully we'll get to chat in the networking piece. Next, we have Red Canyon Engineering and Software. So I believe Kristen Thomas, are you on again?
I am.
Ready to host the happy hour?
Hey, come on over. We got an hour. Time's ticking. Good afternoon again, everyone. My name is Kristen Thomas. If you weren't able to join earlier, I am the Senior Vice President of Operations here, and I also am a board member of CSBR. It's just so great to be here with you all today to celebrate Colorado's achievements in aerospace. Red Canyon is really proud of our 21-year Coloradan heritage. We're a product of the American dream, and our founders got their starts at our local prime, now known as Lockheed Martin Space. But ultimately, we're a fun group of people who are really passionate about exploring other planets and improving our own. So we're a small aerospace engineering services company. Mentioned earlier, we're just a few blocks from the Capitol. It sounds like we have some new friends coming in close to the Capitol and up in Rhino with iSpace. So I'll be excited to get on site with you guys soon. So we have our foundational expertise is really in flight software. As you can see on the slide here, we support mechanical designs, structural analysis, systems engineering, spacecraft assembly, integration, test, and evaluation, spacecraft operations, command, control, and much more as well. So ultimately, we really can support the full life cycle, starting with your proposal. So back in 2006, Red Canyon was supporting Lockheed on the Orion proposal. which was ultimately is a mission that has become a catalyst for advancement and really the new age of space race. And now, as part of the Artemis program, we're also working HLS, the Human Landing System. It's going to be such a proud moment for all of us who've contributed to the Artemis program when we land that first woman on the moon and the next man. So we've done some other fun work, like on Juno, Perseverance, OSIRIS-REx, Europa Clipper, Dream Chaser, and helping all those missions get launched with the Launch Services Program down at Kennedy Space Center. You can see here in our slide, we've pictured Lisa Akers up there at the top. She's a Silver Snoopy recipient for her work on the Launch Abort system, which is what is pictured there. And then we've got one of our co-founders, Steve Karmer, pictured down there with the OREX vehicle and his family. So we wouldn't be able to do any of this without our strong partnerships with our primes, and many of them are here today and local to Colorado. Lockheed Martin, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, Sierra Nevada, Raytheon, Ball, Maxar, and a new partnership with Astroscale. So local to Colorado, and love working with our Coloradan family out here. But we also love branching into other industries and bringing technologies from our space into others. So we've even supported Walt Disney Imagineering, utilizing some Martian robotic technology to help them with some of their animatronics. So we've been doing some pretty exciting and meaningful work here at Red Canyon, and we've got a lot more to come and hope to work with you on that. We've certainly missed the buzz of the Capitol today and being out on the steps to take our annual picture. But we're looking forward to meeting you all during the network breakouts here. But for more information, please visit our website, redcanyonsoftware.com. You can catch us at our info@redcanyon.com email. I'll also put into the chat how to contact me directly. Want to give a shout out once again to our organizers today, Christy, Stacy, Lisa, thank you so much. It's really great to be part of this event, part of the Colorado space family. So thank you everyone for your time. And what would Space Day be without Joe Rice's chants? So go Colorado Aerospace. Thank you all.
Go Colorado Aerospace.
Someone had to do it. Thank you, Kristen. Our next exhibitor is Sierra Nevada, and I believe, is Anna on? Is that who's speaking? Anna here? Or anyone from Sierra Nevada want to say a few words? No? All right, they must not have been able to join. We were unsure, but I think most of you know Sierra Nevada. Oh, I think I just got muted and unmuted. All right, so moving on next to UAS Colorado and AUVSI, I'll turn it over to Constantine Deal, who's here to talk about those organizations.
Hello, thank you everybody for having us again, part of the Airspace Data Capital this year. Good to see everybody even virtually. Hopefully next year, everybody again in the same place. Like everyone, I'm looking very much forward to that. So quick overview, 2 organizations. US Colorado has been in place here in Colorado since 2012 as an incorporated organization since 2014. It's a nonprofit. We support bringing everybody together and doing good things. So essentially a lot of advocacy, a lot of education, a lot of bringing people together, i.e. a large meetup group, bringing the industry as well as academia, as well as public entities who are in a space of unmanned aircraft systems together and link them into what else is going on around the country. We've also built a test site in the San Luis Valley in southern Colorado. Most of you here today may have heard about it before. That's still active. It's being maintained by us on a regular basis with the FAA, and every once in a while we do operations there as well. In 2018, we did the largest coordinated field campaign jointly with NOAA, CU Boulder, and other organizations, a total of 14 entities, over 1,250 flights in 1 week. A lot of records broken there, but most importantly, a very interesting, good collaboration between about 130 people on the ground in one location. That was, of course, here in Colorado. There's a video at the end of this year, potentially, if Lisa is able to play it, and that is about that. So I won't say much more about that. And we'll also show and illustrate the test site a little bit. We do a lot on a national level with the regulatory environment, and that is for some of our officers in the organization who are involved in the national level activities, whether it's with the FAA or other organizations that are creating and shaping the regulatory environment. We, of course, support that strongly. By the way, the pictures on this page here are Colorado companies here in the area who are involved with unmanned aircraft systems. But the economy around it is much bigger than just the systems themselves. It has all the subsystems, whether it's autopilots, sensors, and advanced software and other systems around that that are made right here in the state. Next slide, please. AUVSI is the national level organization, and I now serve on as the local president for our command chapter of AUVSI that does similar things to what US Colorado does locally. AUVSI is not only doing aircraft, unmanned aircraft, but also unmanned ground vehicles and underwater and surface vehicles, so the whole unmanned space. And AUVSI also does the largest and most significant industry event in this space that is also held every once in a while here in Denver. So it was in 2018, and it's going to return again sometime in the next few years again to Denver. And within the organizations AUVSI on a national level and international connections and US Colorado local, we have a long-established collaboration to keep not only the local entities here informed and all the members informed, but also able to influence things on a national level. So that's what we do. Any questions, reach out to me anytime. And I think I'll just let Lisa play the video now if that works. Thank you again.
Thank you. I think Lisa has to switch screens to show the video, so I'll just give it 1 second. All right, thank you so much, Constantine. And we will, our next exhibitor is United Launch Alliance, although I don't think I see Crystal on. Is anyone on from ULA that would like to say a few words for America's Ride to Space? Okay. So for those of you who don't know, United Launch Alliance is the rocket company. So they are a joint venture, 50-50 with Boeing and Lockheed Martin, and they're headquartered over near in Centennial by IKEA, which you can also see from space. It's a Joe Rice joke. So thank you, United Launch Alliance, for being a sponsor. And I'll quickly mention Holland and Hart. Sean Kennedy was on for a quick second, and then he had to jump to another meeting. But if you scroll through the chat, he left some information and his contact information in there. So please go back and reach out to him if you have any questions. Next, we have Wings Over the Rockies, and I believe we have John Barry on to talk about Wings Over the Rockies.
You bet. Well, thanks for the invite. Well, you know, I think I'm the only one standing between us and a beer. Oh, wait a minute, we're doing this virtually, aren't we? So let me just cover one slide, and then we can call it quits for the day on this effort. So first of all, I want everyone to know we've been very lucky being able to stay open during this COVID this whole time. We're only closed for about 3 months, but since June, we've been open and growing. I wouldn't say things are back to normal, but we have survived. We have great teams. So please come by both locations. We're open 7 days a week at the museum that I'm sure most of you have been to. And then at Blue Sky Gallery, we're open 6 days a week, except for Mondays. I do want to announce that we are going to have our gala, if you want to call it the virtual gala, is to celebrate and recognize the aviation and wildfire teams. And that'll be on April 22nd. This is where we can give back a little bit to all those brave men and women who have spent you know, so many hours and so much time and so much risk of life on their part to be able to save our citizens as well as our property, to be able to fight the fires from last year. I'm sure this is not going to be another one of those years again, but tickets go on sale on March 15th. General admission is pretty low. We're looking for any donors that would like to be part of that. We are recognizing the aviation and wildfire teams that fought those fires. So please go to the website, wingsmuseum.org/gala for more information. Last year, we didn't have the gala, of course, of COVID, but we did have another virtual launch of Aerospace Alley. And I want to make sure that we just make one thing clear. We are focused on workforce readiness, not economic development. So we're trying to build the capacity for all of our young people to have amazing opportunities in the aerospace industry. So if you go to this website, you'll see that. And one evidence of that is we have been very graciously granted grants from the Ray Foundation of $500,000 for scholarships for flying students. We've given out now 61 scholarships for $10,000 for power and $6,000 for gliders. So from the aviation's part of aerospace, we are making some amazing dents in our ability to give young people not only the opportunity to see and evidence and witness with Young Eagles and teacher flight programs, but also actually have the capability to get these scholarships and be able to go out there and get their certificates and start them on their grand adventure in the aerospace. So please pay attention to that. The other thing I'll just mention about our website, that is Colorado, coaerospacealley.com. We now have 215 Aero champions. You can sign up for it, doesn't cost anything. Keeps you informed about what we're trying to do insofar as workforce readiness is concerned. For all those who can participate and be sponsors for any of the programs for our young people, please come out to Blue Sky. Now, we had 33 aircraft that came in on Saturday for our breakfast, first Saturday of every month. We've got coming up Women's in Aviation not this Saturday, but the Saturday. And we've got Air Force Academy. We got Tail Dragger Weekend. We've got Spitfire. We have a Mustang rally where we're going to have 2 Mustangs and we're going to have like 50 cars out there. So every weekend is trying to be something where we can bring out there the new facility, the second facility, where we have Blue Sky Gallery, and we finished completing the building for the Colorado Skies Academy, which is a charter school for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders that are focused on project-based learning all about aerospace. So what better way for young people to get excited about the future than to see, smell, touch, hear aviation every single day just by walking outside. So those of you who have not been to the second facility at Centennial Airport, I invite you to do that. Again, we're open 6 days a week except for Mondays. So please join us for the Wings Gala in honoring our firefighters. And if you are interested in sponsoring it, please let us know. You've got the information there. But it should be an exciting time to give back to some of these brave young men and women who have sacrificed their work and their lives to be able to help protect us as we move forward. And that's short and sweet of it. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thanks, Chrissy.
Thank you, John. And we look forward to connecting with you about the sponsorship for the Aviation and Wildlife Gala, as we're working with the state on them procuring a Firehawk for the state. So very cool connection there. So we look forward to talking with you on that.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much.
Yes. All right, everyone, that concludes our exhibitor showcase. And I actually think that worked pretty nice because we actually had the time to sit down and go through everyone. And I know it gets chaotic at the booths, and a lot of people have to man their booths so they can't go talk to other booths when we're in person. So I think that was really nice that we could all share together and connect on what everyone is working with. We had a few questions throughout the exhibitor showcase about the recording and the slides. So we will be sending out the slide show for the exhibitors and the recording as soon as we get it together. So it may take a few days, but we'll send it out to all the attendees and post it on the Citizens for Space Facebook and on some of our partner organizations as well. So be on the lookout for that. And I just want to say we'll be moving into the breakout rooms. I think we'll have about 5 people per room since we have about 80 people. So I really encourage you to stay on and get that networking component and talk to some of these companies about how you can partner and the various things you can work on together and just get to know each other in this Colorado aerospace community. And hopefully we'll get to hang out in person soon enough, as everyone's been saying. But I just want to again thank you, thank all our sponsors, and thank you again to my co-chair Stacy and Lisa for all your work on this. It really, everyone, you know, we didn't have food and the Capitol and the tables and all that stuff, but the virtual platform definitely brings its own interesting challenges. So I think thank you all for all your support and everyone's patience as we work through this virtual platform. But right now, I think we would like to just show the Aerospace Day video one more time, just to show again just what this looks like, you know, in a normal year, because I really do think it shows, you know, how dynamic our industry is and how many people are engaged and how tight-knit our aerospace community is across the state. So I really want to show this one more time, and then as soon as it finishes, I'll throw everyone into breakout rooms, and then we'll shuffle them around about every 10-15 minutes, depending on how many people we put in each room. So again, thank you for your support, and we'll be in the breakout room shortly.
I think this event has been one of the events that's gone on many years. It really does support the industry and gives an opportunity for organizations like LASP and all the other partners here to tell normal non-aerospace people about what they do. It's really important. Get the message out.
Hi, my name is Michael Schussel. I'm a program manager with Northrop Grumman. From development of satellites, launch vehicles to put things up in space, the growth here in Colorado makes it an exciting time.
I'm Rich Birchfield. I'm the Executive Director at Catalyst Campus for Technology and Innovation.
And I'm Shay Thomas, and I'm the Project Manager for the Catalyst Space Accelerator.
Catalyst Campus is a technology and innovation hub where we bring industry, academia, the warfighting community, and key partnerships from not just local, state, but even nationally together. And we offer opportunities in an agnostic environment for technology transfer to happen between both commercial and our warfighting forces. This day is such a great snapshot of what Colorado is really about. from manufacturing, from Tom Bugnetz over at Manufacturer's Edge to Edgar over at Last, to what we're doing at the campus. We really are one big family.
Manufacturer's Edge is a manufacturing assistance center that basically is charged with helping manufacturing grow in Colorado. So we help companies operate better, find new products, and just be part of a bigger community. That's what we're trying to do, is build the manufacturing community.
Aerospace Day at the Capitol is the premier event, not only in the state of Colorado, but it really is one of those events that is recognized around the United States in bringing together an opportunity for all manners of big companies, small companies, students, legislators, and being able to network and understand how important aerospace is for the state of Colorado, which, by the way, is the #1 aerospace state per capita in the United States.
My name is Christy Lee, and I do state and local government relations for Lockheed Martin Space. I'm also the co-chair of Citizens for Space Exploration, the Colorado chapter, along with my co-chair, Stacy DeFore. So we have such a vibrant aerospace community here in Colorado. So a number of organizations like CSBR, CSC, super important for especially citizen advocates to get involved and talk to their legislators about why space is important in the state and at the federal level.
Colorado Air and Space Board is Colorado's Air and Space Board, and we're just really pleased to be a part of this whole operation.
2, 3, go! Colorado Aerospace! Go! Colorado Aerospace! Go! Colorado Aerospace!
There's that chant we know and love at the end, just for Kristen and Joe. So I'll be throwing you in breakout rooms for the networking portion, and we'll bring you back in after about 10 minutes, just because we did go a little bit over, so maybe we'll do 3 10-minute shuffles. But enjoy your time in the breakouts, and thanks again for joining us.